Alright, the next episode of Monsters is Season 3, Episode 19, A Face for Radio, with Laura Branigan, the pop singer, and Shock Jock Morton Downey Jr. as the love interest. This is probably the most star-studded episode we have seen so far. Laura Branigan had a stream of hits in the 1980s. You may know some of them. Self-Control is probably her most famous. She also did a cover of Power of Love. I could do that. How Am I Supposed to Live Without You? And the song Gloria, which she did a really good job with. And her love interest in this episode is Shock Jock Morton Downey Jr. You know, could you choose two more opposite people, a pop singer and a shock jock? It's like Taylor Swift and Howard Stern dating. So the episode starts as a sleazy radio host, played by a sleazy TV host, Morton Downey Jr., is interrogating a conspiracy theorist on his late-night radio show. He runs a radio show where he debunks conspiracy theorists, like a reverse Alex Jones.
And in that hour, we've heard all about your astral projections, your harmonic convergences, your visions of the apocalypse. Let's get real. How about the point spread of the Bills game tomorrow night?
Ray, as I've explained, I'm not allowed to use my talents for monetary gain.
Right. Then perhaps you could explain to all of us, Cassandra, why your new book, Into the Future, sells for $26.
I'm not here to promote the book, Ray.
That's a good call.
After he kicks out the first fake psychic, he gets a mysterious warning that a grave fate awaits him. He ignores this, of course, smoking and sneering that he is better than everyone. His next guest is Laura Branigan, who says that she has an alien in a box. This guest, Morton Downey Jr., is nicer to, since he seems more interested in Laura Branigan's body than in debunking her alien stories. He plays the sleazy nice guy to try to get a kiss from her. This causes his producer, that he was having an affair with, to storm off. And now, it is only Morton Downey Jr. and Laura Branigan in the radio studio. And of course, whatever she has in her box. His innuendo is kind of hilarious, though.
A lady who's just too beautiful for radio.
You're making me blush, Raymond.
I love it when you call me Raymond. Go on.
Well, it all started on a beach in Saint-Tropez.
What were you wearing?
Nothing.
We check in at the Ritz Hotel downtown. We get ourselves the honeymoon suite. And I'll tell you what, instead of silk sheets, I'll give you champagne. Instead of time and space, I'll give you a trip to an astral plane that you've never even thought of being on before.
Oh, come on, Morton Downey Jr. You have to at least pretend to care about their personality and feelings. Ask her about her job and dreams, and then pretend to listen. Morton lays it on thick, but Laura seems aloof, almost like her thoughts are lost on a distant planet. Throughout this episode, she looks very alien. They, for some reason, decided to make her look androgynous and weird, resembling nothing like her pop star music videos. I know she is supposed to be an alien, or at least at this point, she's carrying around an alien in a box. But I think they did her a disservice. Anyways, after Morton Downey Jr. hits on her some more, she finally reveals what's in her box that she brought into the radio studio, claiming that it is a real alien.
Fine. I'll take a look inside the box.
Be careful.
I'm horrified. I'm shocked.
She's evil! She did this to me! Help me! Help me!
We'll be right back after these messages.
Wow, didn't expect that voice, did you? It's another small puppet with not much movement. I think they were going for the he might be a friendly alien, but they went overboard with the wimpiness of the puppet voice. Help me, please, she's evil. I can do that. Anyone can do that. Actually, I wouldn't even say this is really a puppet. It's more like a plastic toy.
My 13-year-old daughter could make a better puppet than that.
And it actually resembles a monster from Season 1, all in a day's work. Maybe both of these aliens were cousins, or Eskimo brothers.
Hello, Buffalo. You're back on 1020. And for the benefit of those who just joined us, I'm Ray Bright, and with me is one Amanda Smith-Jones, who was discovered naked on a beach, abducted by aliens, taken to a cylindrical room where she was probed, given a small monster-like creature that was brought back to Earth to eliminate evil in our civilization. Say hello, Buffalo.
Hello, Buffalo.
I do have to say, Morton Downey Jr. plays his role perfectly. He played a similar role in the Tales from the Crypt episode Television Terror that came out a year earlier.
What the hell is going on?
There was a man in that bathtub and his throat was slashed.
Trip, did you see any of that?
No, man, I didn't.
What, are you crazy? He was in that bathtub and I saw him.
I was looking at the camera, man.
And maybe he should have done more acting. This episode is a little above average and takes place in one room again, this time a radio studio. There's a little too much harassing, as by the time we get to the alien appearing, the episode is almost over. And even then, the alien sits in the box as Morton Downey Jr. asks Laura to come to the Ritz-Carlton with him. We also learn he does the overnight radio shift, and it's 3 a.m. in the morning, the time radio would really get crazy with conspiracy theories, hellfire preachers, and wild shock jocks, which seemed to be very common during the 90s.
The creature comes from a planet, a universe that's a much kinder place than Earth.
Kindness is nice.
Like Earth, there was a time they were plagued by hate and hypocrisy, but they realized that hate feeds on hate, so they created creatures like this to devour it.
Morton Downey Jr. begs her to take the alien out of the box, and when she holds it, it does look a little better. Maybe the puppet wasn't so bad after all, but the shots where it's in the cage make it look a lot more smaller than it really is. It's implied the alien eats Morton, with the classic scream face as the alien zooms in. We end with Laura Branigan looking normal. I don't know why she couldn't look like this the entire episode. On a Texas talk radio show, the best state in the country, because I am here. We get a callback to a previous episode of Rerun with a Rebel Angel poster in the corner. How many people would even get a reference like that? Maybe 2? But I like it when shows include references from previous episodes. Even if they know, no one's going to really notice. It makes it even more special when you're the one person who does.
Dude, Love Lawrence is already making me jealous. So do I get to meet him?
Of course.
It's a trick. Don't be a sucker for the babe. She's evil. She's the alien. She's the monster.
So that is supposed to be Morton Downey Jr.'s voice, since the alien takes the form of the last thing it killed. Or, I guess I should say, the last thing Laura Branigan killed. Because really, she's the evil alien. I give Face for Radio a 6 out of 10. It's good, and the two actors make it something special, with Morton Downey Jr. especially stealing the show. I mean, it's not that hard to act like yourself. And it's a time capsule into trashy radio shows that no longer exist. Which brings us to trashy TV shows that would never exist now. The Morton Downey Jr. Show, which ran from 1987 to 1989. Morton played a right-wing host who had a fascination with anything taboo, and was 100% a debate show with a lot of audience interaction. In fact, the show seemed to consist mostly of the audience asking questions and debating and trying to fight the guests. He seemed to have a fascination with race topics too, constantly bringing on white supremacists. But at least he would make fun of them and say he wasn't on their side. The most infamous episode featured a larger-than-life Reverend Al Sharpton.
You heard me, you have me on tape defending this man. Recently, even after the shenanigans with him and the other soldiers.
That's a lot of crap.
No, no, brother, you have your time.
That's a lot of crap.
Brother,
and I got
brother,
it.
no,
I got it.
hell no.
I got it.
Oh, hell no.
I got it.
I believe that a woman has a right to self-determination and to determine what happens with her body.
Why do you say it's her body?
It is her body.
It is not her body, sweetheart. 50% of them are born with balls. Calls us.
Wow, how's that for an anti-abortion argument? It has balls, it's not your body. Or your body has balls. Somebody should definitely use that. So the episode Face for Radio was written and directed by Bruce Fierstein, who has been involved with tons of James Bond films and games. He was one of the writers for the screenplay of GoldenEye. He also wrote the next James Bond movie, Tomorrow Never Dies. And then the next one, The World Is Not Enough. He also wrote the story for the James Bond games, Everything or Nothing and Bloodstone. Next up, we have episode 20 of season 3, Werewolf of Hollywood. That is about exactly what it sounds like. A werewolf stalking the backlots of a film studio. We have 5 episodes left until we conclude the monster series and we go on to Tales from the Dark Side. Oh, and I added a playlist. Yay.